Hi, this is Jim Gibson. Thank you for joining me today on my channel. Very much appreciated. And as you know, this channel is about personal finance. It's about business, starting them, running them, ideas there, how to start a business, what you should start. But it's also about real estate. And the reason why it's about real estate is I ran an IT company for 30 years and decided that putting all my money in the stock market was not a wise decision. So I decided that I wanted something that was going to increase in value, which is real estate. Normally it increases, not always, but normally over time it does. But at the same time gives me passive income with a ton of tax benefits. It's just fantastic real estate. I love real estate. Maybe that's why I buy and sell in real estate. Mostly, hopefully buy, not sell. I considered California, and I have some properties in California. I'm not really thrilled about the properties in California, to be honest with you, because the state's not business friendly, and it's definitely not landlord friendly, and so there's a lot of issues there. But rather than spend the time talking about that, I decided many years ago, a handful of years ago, that I would no longer invest in California. I was going to invest in Texas. And I started out with a single family home, brand new single family home. Man, it's like beautiful. I love that house. A 3-bedroom, 2-car garage, 2-bath house, a little bit of land around. You don't want a lot of land because you got to maintain that land. So I decided it was just perfect. And I lived in the house for about a year. And then at the same time, just educating myself with the Texas environment, the Texas real estate, things like that. And again, just love Texas. The only thing Texas is missing is the weather in California and the beautiful coast in California. So, but at the same time, if you want to grow a business, Texas is the place to do it, in my opinion. Texas, Florida, Tennessee, all these places do not have income tax. So all you have to worry about is federal tax and not income tax. And when it comes to real estate, there's a lot of deductions, there's a lot of tax advantages, and that's one of the reasons why I chose real estate to be my continuing business. So I buy houses. I don't plan to sell houses. I buy houses. And I always look for the 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 2-car garage scenario. That's my specialty. That's what I like as a small investor. It works really well for me, and it has a lot of benefits just doing that. And everyone's always going to have a place to live. So, and I don't intend selling. I just intend having that passive income. So a lot of people say, well, you know, the house has increased by $50,000 and all this other stuff. I don't want houses to increase in price. I really don't. And the reason why is because I have to pay more property tax. But what I am interested in is rent and that passive income that you get from rent. This is just fantastic. I love that passive income. I could be on the beach in Florida. I could be somewhere else in the world, and the profits, the money, the benefits roll in. I get people to do direct deposit into a bank account, and that direct deposit is my resources, is my income. So it works really well. Now, back in August 2022, I was looking around all throughout Texas, and in a lot of cases it just got absolutely, positively insane. The cost of some of these houses and the bidding wars are going on. And a lot of that is to do with it. People want out of certain states. Let's talk about California, because California is not business friendly and is definitely has a very high income tax. I mean, it's the highest in the country if I know it, if I figure it out right. But to make a long story short, I decided that I wanted to be in Texas anyway. And so I decided not to bid on houses anymore. I was bidding on these different houses in Texas, and it was getting a little ridiculous. It was getting out of hand. because I would bid the asking price, and then someone would come in and bid $20,000, $30. I mean, people just throwing money at houses, and I know they were in a hurry. They wanted to get out of California, because most of these people were from California that were bidding in Texas. They just wanted to get out of California as fast as possible. Kids start school in September, so they want their kids in the classroom, things like that. They want to be settled in, everything else. So I just decided I don't want to be involved in this type of craziness. So the next step was to look for houses that are called as is. And the reason they're called as is because you can't get a mortgage on them, because there's a lot of repairs. They're not move-in friendly. There's a lot of issues with them. So I'm going to take you on a little bit of a video tour from my time there in Texas. And you will see some of the things that are going on there, and you'll look at the house and the neighborhoods and what I'm looking at. This house that you're going to look at is not in great shape. You cannot move in. Now, maybe you can move in and sleep on the floor or something. I don't know, camp out there. But it's not a place where you could rent out to a family with kids and things like that. So it has some issues, has a lot of issues, and you'll see it in the video. But it's a beautiful design house. It's a decent lot. And one of the things interesting is, as you walk through there, you'll notice that all around this property there is a security blankets put on the chain link fence. And it's probably to save the neighbors from the craziness here on this property that probably was going on, and you're going to see it, some of the way it looks. But remember, not perfect is what I want. I don't want a perfect house. It's all fixed up. I can fix it up myself, okay? I can do repairs. I can do major changes to the house. I can roofing is not a problem. Changing doors is not a problem. Drywall is not a problem. Electrical is not a problem. All those things, plumbing, all those things I have done in the past and I'm capable of doing. And the things I don't want to do, I can always contract out with a trade to do those things. So to make a long story short, take a look at this video. And then afterwards, we'll talk a little bit about what my decision. Well, here we are in Leander, Texas, and this is the first house we're looking at. It says sold as is. This may be a great deal. I mean, look at these mature trees. This is wonderful. We're going to try to get into this house, probably call the real estate agent and see if we can get inside and take a look at it. But it's really a nice house. I mean, sold as is means it's not perfect, which is perfect for me right now because the price is outstanding, even before the great price drop that you're going to see in the next couple months. So, or next, yeah, I gather 6 months from now, a year from now, prices are, I am going to believe, are really going to drop. So let's take a look a little bit. Notice there are some major repairs that are going to be needed right there looking at the garage. So, and if I look at the front of the house, let's see if I can get that there. If you look at that pillar, the pillar has a crack in it. Let's see, this is as fast as I can do zoom on this camera. But that pillar has a crack on it. It looks like the foundation has shifted. We have to see what type of work needs to be done on this, but this is definitely something I'd be interested in. I don't see any other cracks. I see some rot, but this is something that seems to be able to be repaired. I notice there's some issues with the chimney up there. There's some repairs or something going on up there. I don't know what it is, but this is definitely a possibility. But again, gotta look, gotta know what it is, what the what the market is, what other people are selling houses like this for and see if it's actually a good deal. But it does look like it needs work. Definitely needs some landscaping. That's minor. I don't know what's going on back there with the green fence with a warning sign on it, but we will check that out. So let's see if we can get the real estate agent to get us inside. You know, as you look around the neighborhood here, some of the nice things I see is, first of all, the street's in great condition. It has curbs and everything else. And when you get out a little bit from town, sometimes you don't have that situation where you have curbs. Sometimes even have dirt roads. I kind of like living away from town. Now, I can hear a little bit of road noises in the background, so that has me concerned. I'm looking for overhead power lines. That's something that should be of concern to you. But you know, I'm looking down the street here, and what do I see? I see a Texas flag, and I see an American flag, and that tells me we have people here that take pride in where they live, and that's good. That is a good thing. Next door neighbor has an American flag on their front door. I like that. This is fantastic. And of course, you can hear, I think there's Arcadias, which is pretty normal in the summer. They're not a nuisance or anything. They just make noise like this. This is summer sound is what I call it. But it's not bad. And there's a major road. It's far enough away. It's not going to keep you up at night. But I mean, this is nice. This is a nice neighborhood. And the idea is that you always want to buy the lowest price house in the neighborhood. And this might be it. This is extremely low. It might go fairly quick. So I'll check it out. But you know, prices are dropping, so even though this is an extremely low price on this house, that's not a big deal. And the reason why is if this sells tomorrow, there'll be other ones out there. And this is the type of house that I'm looking for on this time out here in Texas. I'm looking for a house that I can spend time, you know, maybe a month. Oh, this will probably be more than that. Just rehabbing and fixing. I can see back there that we got fence issues that need to be dealt with, but that's minor. If the foundation is good and the roof is basically good, it looks like a good deal. It's a good price, not a bad price, and not a bad size. And I like that single story that really rents easily. Single story, 3-bedroom, 2-car garage, 2.5 bath. But I'll get you some more details if we can get out here to get the real estate agent out here to show the house. You have a great day. So this is the storage, hay storage bin. I think, look at that tree going right through the storage bin, huh? So this is the back of the house. Back of the house. Looks pretty bad. It's cool, let's see. Let me get a picture of it. So there's a bunch of magazines and all that are being stored here. Of course, it looks like something was going on back there. I don't know which. You can see a bunch of magazines right there. From 50 years ago, you said? Yeah. What year is that?
78.
78?
Not quite 50, but pretty close.
Yep.
Actually, pretty decent condition for how bad.
Yeah. So this is the back of the house. And you should start at the front. How many square feet is this, Christine? What is it? 1,600 square feet?
Yeah. And the lot is 0.326 acres.
So a quarter of an acre. And there's another barn. Storage bin, which has some serious dry rot, or some sort of rot.
Huge.
A lot of storage, huh?
want to go back inside?
Yeah, let's check out the inside.
Close this back up.
I know that there was some sort of sign on the front here I saw yesterday. Massive landscaping needs to take place. Oh, here it is. Video cameras. I don't see any. I'm gonna walk through the front door. Nice long driveway. Needs some work. A lot of work. Plants are dying from lack of rain and maintenance. Of course, the garage doors need some major repairs. Lot of cracks. Someone was working on it. Looks like windows have to be replaced. Definitely gonna need a house inspection. So this is the front door. Let's see, these are the bedrooms.
Yeah, there's ways around it. Like, you know, you live in it for 6 months and then here you go. So, somebody was living in this recently, right? Like,
It smells.
it seems like somebody. I mean, they have a nice thermostat.
Looks like
It's
air
only
conditioning.
6-year-old thing. They
What?
said it was new in 2015.
You gotta be kidding. This was new in 2015?
No, AC was.
Oh.
And I mean, that Honeywell thing is not brand new, but newer.
Did I just walk downhill?
There's a slope over here too somewhere.
So there's a possibility of a foundation issue, huh?
I think there's a possibility.
Oh, look at that crack. So this must be the master.
Correct. It's just okay. It's just those two.
They did put a dining room. I mean, it has a dining room and a kitchen, so that's nice. Unless what's this?
Laundry and garage probably.
Yeah, there isn't now laundry room yet, huh? Oh my. I don't know. It's not the garage. Maybe this is the laundry room, but there's no water.
Laundry right here.
Oh yeah. Oh, so they took up parts of the garage.
I see.
Like here you can maybe fit like a little Kia Soul, some motorcycles.
You're not getting your Suburban in there.
Yeah.
But if you knock down this wall, I mean,
And there's no automatic door opener.
You sure you want to do that?
I just want to lift it a little bit.
I think though, if you knock down this wall, which they clearly built, you could have your whole garage back.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still this the step up though.
Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, no, you're not getting any bigger car in here.
Oh, okay. The they pull.
Hey, they got electricity. I did not know that. Possible water damage.
Internet water damage.
So this is going to need a really serious rehab.
Yeah.
We're not talking about.
This isn't paint and floors.
This
It's
is,
rubber.
yeah, this is more than,
Line tear down.
yeah, borderline tear down. So do you know anything about the people that are selling this?
No, nothing. Like I said, the house, it just says on the description, you know, sold as is. They didn't say anything about anything. And then usually when people are selling the house,
Mm-hmm.
they provide seller disclosure, right? Or they didn't even provide that. They just provided paperwork.
Is there a mortgage on this?
What?
Is there a previous mortgage on this? Do they owe money on this house? So here is a double pane new window. The rest of the windows need to be replaced.
There's another new window over there too.
Over there?
This one.
So the ones in the front need to, and everywhere else needs to be replaced, but this is a fairly new door.
Yeah. It's a nice door with
Mm-hmm.
the window shaped things in it.
This is definitely a project house.
Yeah, I don't think so. The last mortgage taken on this house was in 2002 for $30,000. So it's been 20 years
So
since
20,
I mean, it was 30,000 20 years ago. So
a lot of lack of maintenance.
But it could be something.
The low ceilings. Ceilings aren't very high.
That's 8 foot. Nice ones.
Yeah.
It's lower in the kitchen, but you can, once you get rid of that, but look, you get rid of this. You bring it back up like what we did at Sevilla.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that.
Put can lights in all over the place, including this room.
But the light from this area is really nice. The light this room gets is very nice.
Man, this is a lot of work. I think this demoing it is going to take over a month or 2 months. Just tearing everything up, get a big dumpster here,
Yeah.
and just tear everything out. Throw in the dumpster. Do we have an oven?
No.
No oven, no stove.
You have a dishwasher.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
a
that
dishwasher
it's
and name at all.
I wonder if you can take these ceilings up.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Because look at how high the top goes. That would be really nice.
What's
If
that?
you could take this ceiling and bring it all the way up.
I don't know about all the way up.
And they have a duct there, so. But if you're gonna have to open up the walls anyways.
I would not add to the problems of this house. I think you just have to live with what you got and tear all the stuff out, like the flooring, tear all that up, do tile. But before you did all that, you had, yeah, a lot of this. Now I keep on feeling like I'm going up and down. Would you walk by here to see if you're going up and down? Because if we got serious foundation issues, that's another story. Someone's been doing something here. But there's 1 or 2 spots of.
No. I don't feel going up and down here, but I did feel it in the master.
Okay. Let me try that again.
I mean, I feel it all around the house, not just in
No.
nice and spot.
Yeah, there's definitely different spots.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's clear signs of foundation issues. It's obviously right here as well. I mean, there's cracks all along the walls as well. Obviously, poor jobs with the installation of the flooring, and I'm sure water damage too. I mean, like you've got some of this molding coming off.
Yeah.
All
So we
these
got.
cracks and water. I'm sure you're gonna have to
Here, it's close to tear down.
re-insulate and everything. So really, the only thing that would be good potentially would be the actual wood in between the walls, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you.
and so they probably haven't even said, since they didn't say anything about the roof or anything, I'm sure that's bad too, so.
Well, I see the one area where the drywall is coming down in the garage, so I imagine they got a roof leak. And someone's doing drywall work, huh? Needs a window. That's not a double pane, is it? No, it's a single pane. But it has air conditioner out there. Looks fairly new. And there we go again, security stuff on the, wish I could talk to the neighbors. That house looks fantastic. Next door. Hey, welcome back. Guess what? I didn't buy the house. I didn't even make an offer on the house. Would you? Would you have made an offer on that house? Let me know. Make a comment down below. I got to be careful. I only have so much resources, so I don't want to get tied up in a house that has a lot of issues to the point that I can't turn it fairly quick. I don't mind rehab. Again, I'm not a flipper, and there's a lot of reasons why you shouldn't be a flipper right now. At least for me, there is. I just want to fix it up, and I want to lease it out as fast as possible. But you know, the foundation had major foundation problems. That's not necessarily surprisingly. In this area of Texas, you have a lot of foundation issues. When I used to live up in Dallas many years ago, one of the things that we would have to do, we'd have to water our foundation, water your foundation, because the ground dries out, and because of that, it pulls away from the foundation and the foundation collapses. So, you know, I'm not surprised that portions of Texas has foundation issues. Now, again, this is Leander. So Leander is north of Austin. This is a great area. I love Leander. And I love some of the other cities here that, you know, just fantastic cities in this area, fantastic opportunities. But it was just too much. It needed all new windows. It needed major roof repairs, if not a whole new roof, and major foundation repairs. Again, I don't care about the landscaping and tearing down some stupid shed. That could have been done in a day or two, and not very expensive. And you know, the fencing had some issues, but that's not very expensive. Now, if I would have done this, if I would have taken this house and I would have upgraded it and I would have worked on it and everything else and brought it back to its original state when it was originally sold, I think the neighbors would have appreciated that. I think the neighbors had a lot of problems with this last tenant in this building, because I noticed all around the house, and you saw it in the video, all around the house there was privacy blankets put up. And the landscape is horrible, and it is the worst house in the neighborhood, which is perfect. That's what I wanted. But $300,000 firm, they wanted $300,000, and they weren't going to budge a bit. Well, that's August 2022. And I knew that the feds were getting ready to do interest rates increases, and with interest rate increases, when they do that, that means there's going to be a lot less buyers. I'm sorry for first-time home buyers. But when that happens, a lot less buyers, that means that people start to sell their house at a lower price. And again, up till this point, the houses have been just going crazy in price. I mean, you know, week by week, they've been going up thousands of dollars. And I think that's all going to come to an end with the feds issuing, you know, tighter and tighter, or higher and higher interest rates makes it harder to get a mortgage. You got to have more income. You got a lot of other issues going on there. But to make a long story short, I did not buy the house. It had too many issues, and it had an owner that was not reasonable in the price request, and I was not going to pay $300,000 for a house that I thought was worth less than $200,000. So I didn't purchase, but I learned a lot, and you can learn a lot from my experience there. Beautiful neighborhood, though. I was really sad. Woo, I could have lived in that neighborhood. That was a great neighborhood. Thank you for watching. You have a great day. Catch me on the next video.